Hello, dosto. Slither Horse is back with another video. And let me tell you, life of a Manchester United fan. Janam, Dukh, Dard, Kast, Pira, Mrityu. And ये cycle हर season चलता है. This cycle is there for each and every season. We start with a lot of hope. Sub season के पहले we think that our team is gonna improve in this season, but it never happens. It's always every season and same Manchester United. So I'll talk about the last game that we had against Hull City, and I'll talk about why we lost 2-0. You have already seen the result, right? So let me talk about the match, why we lost, or what was the tactics all about, and overall how my players played in the game. So if you just look at the stats, game stats, right? We had 72% of the possession. They had just 28% of the possession, and they are mainly playing in the counter attacks and set pieces. We also had 21 shots, and 5 of them were in target. We had an XG of almost 1.8, almost you can just round it off to 2, and we scored 0 goal. And Hull City has an XG of 1.2 or something, and they scored 2 goals. So they overperformed their XG, obviously. Now let's talk about why we lost the game in the first place, right? देखो, obviously we were playing in a 4-4-2 formation. Defense, I thought ki defensive line was good. Licha आना बाकी है, but the defense that we fielded is good enough. So we had Heaven, we had Maguire, we have Lukshan the left back, and Mazarui as the right back. We had the central defensive or central midfield partnership of Andre Santos and Yuri Tillemus. You had Patrick Dogu in the left mid. You had Brian Mbeumo in the right mid, and we had two attackers at the front line. We had Kunha and Bruno Fernandes. And I thought this team is good enough to beat Hull City. 9 out of 10 games we're gonna beat Hull City. But I thought that on paper, but reality was totally different. मेरे को frankly speaking, I'm very disappointed with the game plan, with our players, because मेरे को ये देख के मैच देख के पूरा लग रहा था कि our players are not prepared enough. प्री सीजन पे पता नहीं क्या हुआ है. Our players are not fit enough to play full 90 minutes of the game. They are not pressing enough, they are not aggressive enough in the pitch, and मेरे को सच में देख के लगा कि there was only one team playing, which was Hull City, who came there to win the match. हम लोग बस टहलने आए थे. 4-4-2 मिड ब्लॉक लेके हम लोग बस अपने में बॉल रख रहे थे. मिडफील्ड में पास पास पूस पूस कर रहे थे, which did not result in shit. Right, after keeping 72% of the possession, obviously we'll keep the possession, right? We are a better team, we have more technical midfield. Obviously Yuri Tillemans, Bruno Fernandes, beat Andre Santos, they are technical enough. बट बॉल प्रोग्रेशन कहाँ है, कहाँ थ्रू बॉल है, कहाँ द डिसाइसिव पास है. ब्रायन एम्बुएमो हैड 2 or 3 ग्रेट चांसेस एंड ही मिस्ड ऑल ऑफ देम. नाउ ब्रायन एम्बुएमो के फिनिशिंग पे मेरे को बहुत आई हैड वेरी हाई होप. आई डू हैव वेरी हाई होप्स फ्रॉम ब्रायन एम्बुएमो इन दिस पर्टिकुलर सीजन. Same goes for Matthias Cunha as well. Matthias Cunha missed 2 or 3 good chances. We were wasteful. We were wasteful in our attack. चांस होने के बाद भी वी कुड नॉट स्कोर गोल्स. एंड इस मैच पे तुम फंस जाओगे अगर स्कोर नहीं करोगे. एंड लेट्स टॉक अबाउट हल सिटी, राइट? दैट टीम इस साल प्रमोट हुआ है. And with the philosophy of all the promoted teams in EPL are basically the same. They are very good at counter attacks. They are very good at set pieces. हल सिटी एक 5-4-1 का फॉर्मेशन लगाया था, 5 डिफेंडर्स टू हैव द डिफेंसिव शेप. दे आर इन द लो ब्लॉक. ऑब्वियसली वो लोग लो ब्लॉक खेलेंगे, राइट? अगेंस्ट अ टीम लाइक मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड दे हैव टू प्ले लो ब्लॉक. And then they were really good at the set pieces. Both of their goals came from the set pieces in the first half itself. And frankly speaking, a team like the backline of Manchester United, we have Luke Shaw, Mazarui, Harry Maguire. उनको ये with them having in our team, how can we concede a headers, right? How can we concede from set pieces? We have to be much better than this in set pieces. And last season भी this problem was there. And ये problem actually last 5-10 साल से है. We can't defend set pieces. कोई भी ला लो, we can't defend set pieces. Last season we had Casemiro, who was winning a lot of headers, एज द डिफेंसिव सेंट्रल डिफेंसिव मिडफील्डर. आज भी मेरे को लगता है अगर कैसेमीरो अपने टीम पे होता, अगर कैसेमीरो वुड हैव बीन देयर, हम लोग वो हेडर्स क्लियर कर पाते. बट सैडली द अभी नाव तो चल पड़ा है, अभी वो कुछ हो नहीं सकता है, नाव फिर से आ नहीं सकता है. तो नो आई वॉज रियली बैफल्ड जब हम लोग विदाउट द बॉल. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द फर्स्ट विद द बॉल. जब अटैकिंग फेज में थे वी वर मोस्टली इन अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ 3-5-2. हम लोग मिडफील्ड में ओवरलोड कर रहे थे. ऑल आर प्लेयर्स वी जनरली हैड three center backs when we had the ball, when we were attacking, right? We had the ball, we were in had three center backs. So obviously Haven was shifting back to left back, like left back position. Maguire was in the central position, and then Mazaril was dropping deep. He was creating the three back when we were attacking. And then अगर तुम देखोगे Andre Santos, he was just in front of the whole defensive line, the three center backs, and Yuri Tillemans join कर रहा था attacking phase of the game पे. Now Bruno Fernandes, Yuri Tillemans, they are not, obviously Bruno Fernandes is a great runner, but Bruno Fernandes, Yuri Tillemans, they were not that much involved in defense. एंड देन बहुत सारा स्पेस भी ओपन हो रहा था उसी के वजह से. We were trying to do a midfield overload, but obviously against a five back formation of Hull City, they had 5-4-2, right? They were they had the backing. अगर कोई मिडफील्ड से रन भी मार रहा था, बीट पैट्रिक डोरगू tried to make some runs, Mazarui tried to make some runs as well. Yuri Tillemans was trying to operate in the right wing channel or the right hand side of the field. Mbuemo was trying to make some runs, but always Hull City always had backings. Hull City always were tracking the runs of the players in behind because they were playing in a they were playing in a low block, right? Obviously वो लोग अच्छे से defense करेंगे. They were very compact in the defense and midfield, but हम लोग भी wasteful बहुत थे. And when we were defending in a 4-4-2 with Patrick Dorgu being in the left mid position and Mbuemo being in the right mid position. And now Patrick Dorgu क्या कर रहा था, बंदा press कर रहा है the defenders or midfielders को Hull City का, and then that is leaving a lot of space in the left hand side of the pitch. And उसके वजह से we got exploited many times throughout the game, which was a very very big concern for me. And now I am really concerned about how we're gonna play the rest of the matches, because agar hum log we haven't yet replaced Casemiro. Frankly speaking, we haven't replaced Casemiro. Baleba is a really good signing, but he does not give you the profile of Casemiro. We need an aggressive player like Casemiro who can tackle the position, who can break the passes, regain the possession. कैसेमीरो वाला प्रोफाइल तुमको चाहिए जो डिफेंसिवली सिट करे जो मिडफील्ड में सिट करे जस्ट in front of the defensive line of yours. And I think we need to replace Casemiro by the end of this transfer window. I'm very concerned because Andre Santos is still in a work in progress project, right? Andre Santos को बहुत सारा game time चाहिए होगा, and he does not have the profile. He's a more of a box to box carrier. Same goes for Yuri Tillemans. He can't give you the defensive solidity that we want. Obviously अभी बहुत सारे players आना बाकी है, डिलीट आना बाकी है, लीचा आना बाकी है, which will definitely improve our defense a lot. But हम लोग अटैकिंग फेज में ऐसे वेस्टफुल नहीं हो सकते. मिडफील्ड तुम ओवरलोड करो, बट तुमको क्रिएटिविटी भी तो चाहिए बॉक्स में बॉल डालने के लिए, और बॉक्स में फिनिशिंग भी तो चाहिए. I do think we need a backup of Cisco as well. See, आज का मैच पे Cisco नहीं था. Cisco came as a substitute. I think Cisco को प्रीसीजन अच्छे से मिला नहीं है. Cisco is still not fit. सो सिस्को को ही स्टार्टिंग से खेलने का मौका नहीं मिला इस मैच पे. आई थिंक विथ टाइम सिस्को इज गोना हैव the hang of the games. He will be slowly starting scoring goals for us. But Bruno Fernandes, Bryan Mbeumo, Matthias Cunha, you have to finish better, bro. We expect a lot from you. The fans who watch the games every week and week in and week out, we expect a lot from you guys, and you guys were wasteful. आज मैं अगर मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के प्लेयर्स को देखूँ, none of them above 6. you know, aggression कुछ था नहीं ना, कुछ बीच में इमोशन दिखा मेरे को, frankly speaking, and it's very heartbreaking to see. सीजन में स्टार्ट कर रहे हो, we have a lot of hopes, and the start of the season में ऐसे मैच तुम खेलोगे. I'm really disheartened, and obviously we must need to improve our set piece defensing, right? So set piece में defensively we must need to improve. Last season भी ये चीज मैं बार बार feel किया, and this season that is very vivid, that we can't defend set pieces and we need a better defense set piece coach. uh, First match against newly promoted side Hull City, we have lost it. We have lost the game, and that to 2-0. Let's see how it unfolds, right? I am not gonna be very pessimistic. I'll still be optimistic about our players. We think we're gonna improve with the matches coming in, but वही है कि it was just so random. The loss was so random, but and heartbreaking. So I'll be back with another video. I'll be back with what United can do to make the squad better. I'll be back with that video, and I'll definitely be back with another video of a gist or a review of the match day one of the EPL English Premier League. So yeah, that was the video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you then.